Hey guys, welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Chris and this is my lovely wife Jo. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.
Amen.
Today is a special day for us and Jo is cooking something truly special.
Today I'm going to cook a rich chicken gravy.
And the reason being, our granddaughter Joanna is turning 2 today and she loves her grandma's chicken preparations.
She really does. Today the chicken that I'm making is mouth-watering and rich in flavor. So we are going to prepare this and take it to our son's house where we'll celebrate with the family. Come, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to turn on the stove. I'm going to fry onions. I'm going to fry about 7 onions. I need them to be golden brown. So once the oil gets hot, I'm going to fry the onions. Let's fry this till golden brown. Let it be on high only, then only it will start browning because there's lots of onion. I put lot of onion because you will get quantity as well as thickness for the gravy. I've kept some water over here for boiling because I want to blanch tomatoes. So here, let the water boil. In the meanwhile, here I've got 5 medium-sized tomatoes. I'm just going to make some cuts over here, like a cross at the back. So this we'll be able to peel the tomatoes if we make crosses like this. So I will boil that. Once the water starts boiling, I'll just put them in that and allow it to boil for 5 minutes. Okay, water is boiling, so I'll just put the tomatoes. I'll allow it to cook for 5 minutes and then I'll turn it off. Okay, so it's 5 minutes. The tomato has been boiling for 5 minutes. I'll turn off the flame. Now what I'm going to do is I'll drain this water and I'll pour plain water into this, plain tap water, and allow it to cool for 5 minutes in that water, and then the skin will come out very easily. See how easily the skin is before I can peel only. See, you can just slide them like that. So you remove all the skin and then make a puree of this. So it's like that. So I left it for 5 minutes in the cold water, plain tap water, and now it is easy. So now I'm going to make this into a paste, and that will be the proper tomato puree. When you buy from shop also, it is this only. It is cooked and then it is made into a puree. So what happens when we puree, that acid, the acidic taste of tomato is gone. So that will give a good taste for the gravy. Okay. Yeah, onions are almost golden brown in color. I'll just turn off the stove and I'll allow these onions, I'll drain the oil from this. I'll allow the onions to cool and then I'm going to grind this to a paste. Okay, I ground this to paste, and out of this, half of it I'm going to use for marination and half I'll keep for this thing for gravy. So here I've got 1.5 kilos of chicken. So, and to that I'm going to add half of the fried onion paste. This was 7 onions fried and ground to paste, like roughly half. So here I've got 1 cup of beaten curd, 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder. Here I've got 1 teaspoon of spicy chili powder and 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. This is mildly spiced and it gives a good color. This is a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder. This is 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I've got juice of half a lime. And here I've got about half a cup of chopped green coriander. And this is 2 green chilies finely chopped. And let's add some salt also. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of ghee. This is a rich gravy, so we are going to use ghee. If you don't like ghee, you can just add oil. So we'll just mix this nicely and marinate this for 1 hour. The longer it marinates, the chicken will be nice and succulent.
Can you marinate it for overnight?
Yeah, you can. Chicken will taste much better. Yeah, the longer you marinate, the better it is. But I'm going to marinate only for 1 hour. See, this is a preparation that you make for guests. You want to impress your guests.
Celebration.
Yeah, or for celebrations.
Now that festive
Yeah.
season is
Now
coming up.
yes, that's why I'm making this chicken, so that you all can prepare this at home. And believe me, it's really very tasty. I always make this when I want to impress my guests, and they'll always ask for recipe when I make this. Okay, I'm going to cover this and set it aside for 1 hour. Let's turn on the stove. Our chicken has been marinating for 1 hour. So here I've got about 2 tablespoons of ghee, because this is a rich gravy and this I'm making for my granddaughter's birthday, and this is a gravy that is very special. So here I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of oil as well. So ghee and oil I've added. So let it get hot. Okay, now let's put the chicken into this oil. The flame is on high. I'll add water and I'll rinse this later. I'll just wash my hands. Keep it aside. This utensil that I'm using is my mother-in-law's. It's a very old one, and this is from Kerala. It's very heavy. It's a very nice vessel. It retains the heat and food won't burn in this. Let it be on high. So this is 1.5 kg chicken. Okay. While the chicken is cooking over there in that other burner, I'm going to prepare the gravy over here simultaneously. Gravy for the chicken. This I'll be pouring into it later. So here I've got the this kadai, this frying pan, in which I had fried onions earlier. I had shown you all. So I'm using that. So let the oil get hot. There's some oil, leftover oil from the onions. You can add a little bit of ghee. Don't get scared because I'm using ghee, but the amount of meat also is plenty, so that's why.
Clarified butter is good for us.
Yeah, it is good
So
of
they
me.
say.
No, you can have everything, you can enjoy life, but don't overdo things. That's the thing. And put your trust in God also. Not also. Put your trust first in God, and yeah, don't overdo things. Then it'll be good. Go for walks, do some exercise. That's a must. Yeah, be cheerful, be happy. Yeah. The Bible also says a happy heart works good as medicine. I think Proverbs
1722.
17:22. Yeah. A broken spirit who can mend? A broken spirit dries up the bones. So we need to be happy. Happiness keeps moisture, retains moisture in the body. And if the moisture dries up from our body, we age fast. Then we become old and we become weak. So happiness creates that moisture, happiness that is the true happiness that comes from God. So yeah, we need to take care of ourselves, put our trust in God. Okay, now the oil is hot. Now I'm adding here about 1.5 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. The chicken is seared. See, oil has come out. So, while my ginger garlic is frying in the other pan, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover this. I'll lower the heat and allow the chicken to cook in its own juices. I'll cover and let the chicken cook while we prepare the gravy. The raw smell of ginger garlic is gone. So let's add the fried onion paste. This is the half of that onion paste. Half I've put for marination. If you follow this step by step, I'm telling you, it's going to be a wonderful recipe. A recipe that you will keep. If you want to impress anyone, this is the recipe to go for. Okay, now let me add the tomato. Okay, here I've got the tomatoes which I had pureed earlier. So here I'm going to add that. You can make this gravy for gatherings, for dinners, for family dinners, for special occasions, for birthdays. Our tomato and onion has been cooking for the last 5 minutes on high flame. So the raw smell has gone. So I'm going to add here I made a paste with 30 cashew nuts. I just ground the cashew nuts first, then added water and again ground it to a paste. So here these are 30 cashew nuts. Now all this I'll rinse with water and I'll be adding it in the gravy later on. Okay, this is 2 green chilies finely chopped. I'll add that also. Here I've got half a cup of curd, beaten curd. Add that little by little and blend it well. Our granddaughter is such an angel. When I think of her only, I feel like, it brings such joy in your heart and it brings a smile to your face just thinking of her. She's going to be 2 years old. It's her 2nd birthday. She's Joanna. And she loves chicken, especially the chicken that we make. She likes Chris's preparation and she loves my preparation also. Her mother also cooks nicely, my daughter-in-law Jessica. Let's reduce the heat and allow it to cook till the oil comes out. Okay, it's been cooking for the last 7 minutes. I can see it shining, like the oil is separating from this. We'll add, see, I've got so much of water. I rinsed all the mixer jars in which I ground the cashews, the mixer jar in which I made the onion and tomato. I made them into a paste, right? So all that water I have collected. And even in this vessel I had marinated the chicken, so that masala was sticking to the vessel. So that also I've rinsed. So I've got enough water over here. This is the water that will make all the gravy. And don't worry, it will be thick only. So I'm adding this water. Allow it to boil. Let's add some salt as well. You can use any vessel to cook. You can use any vessel, whatever vessel in which you make curries. You can use that. Here I'm adding a teaspoon of salt into this. We'll allow this to boil. See, our gravy is boiling. Let's check the chicken. The chicken must be cooked by now. Our chicken is nicely cooked. How do I know chicken is cooked? Because it's coming off the bone. See the leg portions? It's all coming off the bone. So now I'll just turn off this stove in which the gravy is boiling. Here I'll turn it off and I'll add this gravy that was boiling. I'll just add into this. Let's mix all of this together. I put the flame on high. Now I'm going to add some more spices to this. Here I've got 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder. So just add that. Half a teaspoon of chaat masala. And 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder. And also 1 teaspoonful of kasuri methi. So we'll just crush this. And mix it well. And last of all, here I've got 2 tablespoons of fresh cream. I'm using Amul fresh cream. So We'll add that also. All these things make it rich. Stir gently. We don't want the chicken to break. Check the salt. Let me also check the salt. I think I'll add some more salt. You can serve this with pulao. You can check the description. You will get the link for our pulao recipe. So you can make that pulao. That pulao will go very well with this chicken. With this chicken curry, this rich chicken curry, chicken gravy, whatever you can call it. This is very good. You all must try this. And you can have this with rotis, parathas, naan. You can have with bread. You can have it with almost anything. It will go well with, even with plain white rice also. Let it simmer a bit. Okay, now it's boiling. So you are going to turn off the stove. I'm just going to give that smoky aroma for this chicken. For the smoky aroma, this is how I burn the coal, the charcoal. I put it on the burner, the flame is on high and waiting for the charcoal to get red hot. Then after that I'll put it in a small bowl or a vati, whatever you call it, and I'll show you the next. If you don't get coal, we get coal locally over here, but if you don't get, you can get it on Amazon. And yeah, it'll last for years if you keep it, because you can use it whenever you want, whenever you're making a barbecue at home, or to get that barbecue aroma, you can use it. So it's quite handy to have coal at home. I got hot burning coals. I'm just going to keep it in the center. See, here I've got a dry, this lid is dry. I was using it earlier to cover. There was a lot of water and moisture in this. I wiped it dry. Here I'm going to put a teaspoon of ghee. Let's trap the smoke inside. Some weight on top of it. And leave it for 15 minutes so that all that smoke will get fully infused into it. Then we can serve.
Psalm 4 verse 8. In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, will keep me safe. We are both looking at each other. Who's going to bell the cat?
No. The aroma is so rich. Can't just wait to taste it.
We get a lot of comments with people saying Chris gets to taste every day, but I'm tasting it for all of you guys. It smells so good. It's a rich Mughlai preparation. The effect of the coal, the barbecue effect is
The
so
smoky
awesome.
aroma gives that Mughlai kind of feel to it. It's got that rich and comforting warmth to it. This is the kind of dish that makes people at the table happy.
True. Very true. I'm happy. It's finger licking good.
Thank you, Chris. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And always remember that Jesus loves you.
This is Chris and Joe signing off.
Happy cooking.